Okay, let's get back to this then. Okay, I think we're getting close to the breakdown here, so let's see if we can get him to do it. And I'm gonna be sad, guys! This has been fun. I'm really having fun with you guys and doing this. And the journey through this is almost done, and I'm sad. Really sad. What? Precisely. You're quite right. I myself haven't done anything. Those fools just did everything on their own. It doesn't work like that. You use those people's weaknesses. Hold on a second. I need to check the volume one more time. Corsian. I know how this word is pronounced, but I can't say it. I'm really bad. Corsian. Okay, or maybe some kind of deal. There's something I'd like to say to all the members of the judicial system gathered here. This imperial city contains a darkness, and in order to face that darkness, we need more darkness. Yeah, I don't know, it sounds weird when I try to say it, Corsian. English is not my first language. I like all of you sensible folks to think it over carefully once more. This terrifying series of facts. If they were to be made known to the 6 million citizens of London, what do you think would happen? The serial killer who slaughtered those aristocrats and royal family members was the head of the most prominent family in all of the Great British Empire. The evidence presented at this trial was forged. And there was a jailbreak deal behind the scenes. There's an assassination organization known as the Grim Reaper, and its central figure was a yard detective. And you got the one pulling the strings behind all of it was the Imperial City's chief magistrate. Kingdom Hearts. I keep thinking of Kingdom Hearts and darkness. If the citizens of the Great British Empire were to learn of those facts, Scotland Yard, as well as the prosecutor's office, of course, would lose all credibility. The Imperial City's law and order would crumble, and we'd return to the lawless era of the previous century. It's said that 100 years ago, 1 in every 10 citizen was a criminal. It was from that that we formed a police organization and established laws and raised ourselves to this point. And in the future, in order to protect that public order, we will once again find that we need the darkness. We have already managed to uncover the true culprit responsible for Detective Gregson's death. Oh, I'm doing it again. The only detail necessary for this trial was that. Anything beyond that shall all be stricken from the record of today's trial in order to protect the public order of this imperial city. It's also for the sake of our queen. Well, what say you, folks?
He has a point.
What Lord Vortex has done cannot go unpunished. But
His duty to protect the public order of London.
it's a fact that a number of crimes has decreased thanks to the threat of the Grim Reaper. Lord Vortex was able to accomplish that by using any means he had available to him. Vortex, 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 vortex. Uh-oh. There. This is the answer the great British judicial system has chosen? I deeply appreciate your feedback. Now then, with your consent, all of this will be stricken from the record. Now that we've reached this point, all I can say is I expected this. Lord Hard Vortex is a genius at manipulating other people's wills.
Naruhodō-sama, this man's crimes have already been proven. And if he still intends to run from it, then what on earth are we supposed to do?
Naruhodō. It looks like, this time, it really is down to the last moment. At this point, there's only one thing I should do. Shout objection? Use evidence? Wait and see? Use evidence? Yeah, obviously. The only thing that has the right to speak in court has always been evidence. Oh! Oh no! This song! Oh my goodness! We got this song! Oh! Oh! Yes!
But Naruhodō-sama, what do you mean, use evidence?
I have an idea. I don't know what'll happen when I try it, but I'm pretty sure the reason I have it is for a time like this.
That's what Home-sama told us to.
We revealed all of Lord Vortex's crimes. I'm sure Home-san foresaw all of this. So I think this is the time to call upon the great detective.
Understood. In that case, let's do this good and hard.
Yes, of course. Ow! How many times do I have to tell you folks? Don't yank it so casually. Home-san, you're looking in the wrong place, Mr. Naruhodō. I'm over here, folks.
Naruhodō-sama, look there.
Yes, because this holograms. Home-san. Holograms totally existed in the Victorian era. Is that you, Holmes? Here I am again, Lord Hard Vortex. What the blazes is going on here? Bailiff, arrest this man! This is a top secret trial. I've already warned you once. It's no good. We can't catch him. This man is transparent, for starters. Can I just leave it at this screen for a bit? What is this dance? Holmes, this dance! Oh. It won't do you any good, folks. After all, the me you see before you is made of light and shadows. A mere illusion, you see? Mr. Naruhodō, that was some truly impressive proving you did.
Home-san, how the heck are you...
Are you folks familiar with telephones?
Yes. Japan's Imperial City has been having public phones installed recently, I hear. It's the technology that allows the voice to be transformed into electric current and transmitted to a distant location, correct?
We've gained the ability to send sound. I figured it was about time we became able to send images as well. Iris and I developed this just for the sake of this trial.
I think this goes above and beyond the realm of what anyone could just figure.
This Deus Ex Machina, though. I figured I'd try to send space while I was at it, and when I tried, this is what I got.
I feel like this goes beyond the realm of what anyone could do while they were at it.
Baroque! So then, Holmes, are you saying that you're not actually here right now? Baroque is just like, what the heck? That's my partner for you. Quite the observant fellow, aren't you?
Professor Mikotoba looks generally surprised, doesn't he? He is your partner. I think you could have at least mentioned this to him.
In any case, remove yourself at once, if you don't. Oh dear, it sounds like this one isn't so observant. Now listen, I'm not actually here, which means that the next thing you must ask yourself is,
where are you right now?
Precisely! That's quite a logical question you just asked. Actually, I happen to be visiting the garden of a certain someone.
A garden?
And not just any garden. The garden of Buckingham Palace. What? You can't... Buckingham Palace?
I've never heard of it.
Have you, Susato-san?
I find that quite difficult to believe. Oh, come to think of it, Holmes-san. Isn't Iris-chan with you?
Yes, Iris is here enjoying a spot of tea. With the Queen, you see?
The Queen? And not just any queen.
Oh, that's Sherlock. And not just any queen, but the Queen of the Great British Empire. What?
What on earth is going on here? Buckingham Palace is the castle where the Queen of the Great British Empire lives.
Order! Order! Silence yourself at once! The Queen, you say? How truly inspiring. This won't go unpunished, even if it's just a joke by a third-rate rubbish detective. An unforgivable joke, is it? That's quite rich coming from you. A top-secret trial where all the members of the judicial system are gathered. I figured that Her Majesty would find it fascinating as well. So, I showed it to her. All of it. From the very beginning.
What? You showed it to her?
Precisely. Via Sherlock Holmes style image relaying apparatus. Damn you! Is this some sort of nightmare? I'm currently standing before you, having a conversation. In other words, that means, naturally, that the opposite is also possible.
You can't mean...
Everything that's occurred in this courtroom has been shown to the Queen. You don't mind, of course, right? After all trials are held in the name of the Queen. You're going down, Sonny. Now then, I wonder what Her Majesty's opinion of this is. Her opinion of your 10 years worth of unforgivable jokes. No, you've got it all wrong. I just...
Yeah, sorry we're late. This really got exciting, didn't it?
Poor Baroque!
Iris-sama! These are the words from the royal family on the subject.
What? Now then, are you ready? I'm going to read them out loud. All rights currently afforded to Heart Vortex are hereby completely and permanently stripped from him. And he will be tried for his crimes in a public trial on a later date. It sounds as though this country's judicial system has no need for darkness. That seems to be the Queen's opinion. Lord Heart Vortex, the darkness you've been hiding in these past 10 years is no more. Finally, you're no longer the Chief Magistrate, and you have no future in the judicial system. You will be judged fairly, in the name of the Queen, as the criminal you are. Adjourn! 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 Ooh! Oh! Oh man! Oh man! Holy crap! Oh, where's the popcorn? Lord Clint Van Zeeks left a will where he confessed everything. When Asogi Genjin informed me of that, I went mad. I thought to myself, I have to destroy it at all costs. But no matter how we searched his cell, we couldn't find it. And that was what led you to enact that jailbreak plan. What do you mean? I had to obtain that will at all costs. That was the only thing that mattered to me. I let him escape. I was certain he'd bring it out with him. That was what I assumed. But even when we searched his body in the grave, there was no sign of the will. Never imagined that he would have hid it in his katana. There's one thing I find unfortunate, and that's that my brother departed without ever breathing a word of this time. Lord Van Zeeks. Uh-oh. I think there's a missentence here. This time to me. This time to me. Okay.
It sounds as though that's not exactly true.
Huh? What do you mean?
This will has a continuation.
What? As I near the end of my life, my thoughts linger on my younger brother. Baroque was still a young man who followed my lead and has just set out on his path as a prosecutor. I pray that my actions will not cause that path to be closed for you. I won't ask you to understand what I did, but I pray you forgive me.
Asogi was an outstanding detective and a respectable hunter. He listened to my two final wishes. The first was that I be allowed to leave this will. The other, I can't speak of here. I've confessed my crimes to my wife. When I die, she ought to be able to understand everything. Filled with gratitude toward my Oriental friend, I now lay down my pen. Clint Van Zeeks.
You have a good day!
Oh. Oh!
Brother.
Oh!
Lord Heart Vortex. You joined hands with Jigoku Seshiro to commit crimes overseas, and you had everyone who knew the truth of 10 years ago disposed of. However, why now, after all these years? Sad rock. In order to stand at the highest point of this country's judicial system, I've come to understand clearly, over these last 10 years, being chief magistrate isn't enough. I needed to become an attorney general. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to completely change the future of this country's judicial system. And to that end, I couldn't allow those who knew the truth about my past to live. Oh my god. Oh boy. I prefer it when my organizations act completely accurately, in the way I envision them. I was so close. And you thought you could just sacrifice all those outstanding people for a worthless reason like that. Ah, incidentally, Reapy, are you not forgetting something? What might that be? You've been standing there and looking quite prosecutor-like for the last few minutes, but you're actually a defendant, awaiting his verdict. Yep, he is. Well, it seems our merry little judge here has had his power stripped from him. So I'll leave this to our usual old man. Your Honor.
As a member of the judicial system myself, I was watching over the direction this trial was taking from the gallery. I don't think I'll ever forget this trial as long as I live. The darkness that has engulfed this court for the past 10 years has finally been banished as of today. And the ones who banished it were these young men visiting from the Orient. Attorney Naruhodō.
Yes, Your Honor.
I would like to extend you my gratitude in the name of Old Bailey.
Thank you very much. The first time you stood before me last year, I had a small inkling. An inkling that if the courts of London, which have become progressively more twisted over the course of their long history, were to be changed, it might be accomplished by you. Aw, Baroque!
Huh?
You actually believed in him. However, I was unable to accept that at the time. The one who took my brother's life. The Japanese man. All I could do was hate you. Mr. Naruhodō. I apologize for the various insults I have directed at you. You are an outstanding defense attorney.
Seek-sama. When I first arrived in the Great British Empire 1 year ago, I was no one, let alone a real defense attorney. But I was blessed with various encounters, which I consider to be miracles. My best friend, Asogi Kazuma, who opened the path to Great Britain for me. Kusado-san, who supported me as a lawyer even though I knew nothing about how to be one. Prosecutor Van Zieks, who in spite of calling me Japanese boy with such venom, fought fairly against me in court. And Home-san, who showed me the world full of truth with his awe-inspiring deductions.
Oh! You finally mentioned me at last! I was starting to get a little worried.
It's thanks to all of you that I'm standing here now, and that I understand. The truth shines forever, leading people to happiness. That's what I always thought, but that's not the case at all. The truth hurts, and sometimes sends people spiraling into the pit of despair. There are people who therefore try to hide the truth. Perhaps that's instinct at play. But the moment you avert your eyes from the truth, darkness is born. The darkness swells and blinds people. And that's why we need resolve in order to face those truths. In order to move forward correctly. Oh, I can't keep this up. I'm just like, I need to lie down. This is so good.
In that case, I'll be going now. You fought well, Mr. Naruhodō.
Huh?
If not for the proof you presented, the royal family couldn't have acted. The ones who defeated the evil specters plaguing our judicial system were you.
Thank you very much.
Oh my god, even Asogi bowed to him. That's so beautiful. This is so good! I need to... Hold on, I can't... This game is so good at conveying what it needs to convey. The message across and everything. I can't. I don't want this to end. I'm... I can't. How do I continue? I can't. Oh my god. I need to like let all these feelings I have out, and I have to keep going. Okay, let me just drink water, maybe that'll help. In that case, let us meet again somewhere, folks.
Now then, I believe it's time this long trial reached its conclusion.
I thank you for your consideration, Your Honor.
We all look forward to working with you in the future, Prosecutor Baroque Van Zieks. Now then, I shall hand down the final verdict for the defendant.
Not guilty! Fireworks and confetti!
Court is hereby adjourned.
Oh, so are they actually canon? The DLC cases? Or are they just like possibilities? I don't think they're canon though. Oh my god, this game is so good! What the heck? Ah! The same day, 4:21 p.m., Old Bailey's defendant's lobby. It's all over. Wonder if I did the right thing.
Naruhodō-sama. You did so well in there. That was truly outstanding defense.
Oh no, this track! This victory track!
I'm so overjoyed.
Oh my god, let me listen to this. I'm just filled with feels again! Oh no, I can't! I can't do this! I can't! I'm so full with joy! I know there's more! I can't do this! I can't keep reading! Thank you. It's because you were at my side that I was able to fight so hard.
Huh? I'm so glad to hear you say that.
You were amazing in there, Naruhodō-kun. But considering that, your smile looks a tad conflicted. I want to group hug them! I really do! That was the right verdict, but in exposing the truth, I had to stomp on my client's heart. I just can't find the confidence to tell myself that that was the right thing as a defense attorney.
In that case, I think you should be able to find the answer to that when you see Van Zeek-sama's smiling face.
That's not a smile! Susato-san, I can't tell at all by looking at his face. He's not smiling even a little.
It seems that I miscalculated somehow.
Mr. Naruhodō.
Yes?
It's been a year since I first faced you in court. To think I would ever hear an outstanding defense as I did today. I'm very impressed. But I revealed the fact you least wanted to know in front of all those members of the judicial system. I can't help feeling like I shattered something very important to you. That man said that in order to face darkness, more darkness was necessary. But that was nothing but a weakling's way out. Those who avert their eyes from the truth are unqualified to face the darkness. You all did an amazing job of proving that to me.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that somewhere, Kazuma-sama heard those words and smiled.
Asogi. He's not smiling either! Susato-san. It doesn't seem like he's smiling at all either.
He's also a lot closer than I thought he was.
Lord Baroque Van Zeeks. Allow me to congratulate you on your not guilty verdict. Are you certain you don't mean to curse me? After all, you missed your opportunity to bring down this grim reaper. I'm very sorry about that. I'm the one who owes you an apology. Your father, Osogi Genshin, had an unforgivable injustice done to him. Thanks to my inability, I have no word to properly apologize for that. Yeah, I can't forgive you. But you fought for what was right. I have no choice but to admit that. I will carve what you just said into my heart.
Kazuma-sama.
Actually, there's one thing I just can't help wondering about.
Something you're wondering about?
It's the will Lord Clint Van Zeeks left before dueling with my dad. Asogi was an outstanding detective and a respectable hunter. He listened to my two final wishes. The first was that I be allowed to leave this will. The other, I can't speak of here. I confess my crimes to my wife. When I die, she ought to be able to understand everything. Filled with gratitude toward my Oriental friend, I now lay down my pen. Clint Van Zeeks. I wonder what the other request would have been, or could have been. The other request Clint made to Asogi. It would seem that I ought to be able to clear up that question for you.
What? Father?
10 years ago, the day before his execution, I had a final meeting with Genshin in his cell. Genshin, are you sure you're okay with this? If you permit it, Jogoku and I could try to negotiate with the government. That's already over and done with. You don't need to worry about me. More importantly, Mikotoba, I have one earnest request to make of you. For you, my friend, anything. Name it. I'd like you to hurry and visit the address I'm about to tell you without telling anyone, and in utter secrecy. There should be a noble woman hiding there. Noble woman? The woman is ailing, and with child. It's nearly time for her to give birth. I want you to help that woman, as a doctor. Does this mean that child is yours, Genshin? Don't be ridiculous. This was a request to me from a certain other man. His final request. I promised him. I promised him that I help the unborn child and the mother. In the event that anything should happen to me. Would you look after the two of them? There's no one else I can entrust this to. Wait a second. What do you mean? If anything should happen to you, tomorrow night you're... Well, you never can be sure what will happen in this thing called life. Alright then, tell me the address. Jigoku and I will... No, don't say a word to Jigoku. I'm asking this of you and only you, Mikotoba Yujin. Sure, I understand. That night, I departed from London Station and practically flew to Dartmoor via a night train. There was a mansion out on the moor. A very elderly dog slept in the garden. At the back of the room, the woman lay collapsed on the floor. She was in critical condition. She was at her physical limit, her water broken and in the midst of painful contractions. As a doctor, I did everything I possibly could for her. I was able to welcome that new life into the world. But I was unable to save the other life. I held the healthily crying child and cried for a while. After that, I looked around the room in a daze. The room was barren. There was just one thing that caught my eye. A large old trunk. The trunk had been lovingly used over a period of many years. It had an elegant crest on it, impressed into a piece of high-quality leather. Leather! When I saw the crest, everything fell into place. Baskerville.
Baskerville! Does that mean that woman was Lord Clint Van Zeek's wife?
Indeed it was. The child was the daughter of Lord Clint Van Zeek's. But if that were the case, why did my brother not leave that child in my care? I didn't even know there had been a child.
I think he probably had no choice.
What? You guys are like killing the moment. Sorry, I need to stop reading the chat for like a second. Clint-san confessed his crime to his wife. So, I'm sure they were worried if, in the future, the professor's identity were to be revealed. The child would have to live being known as the daughter of a serial killer. Ugh. That's why they had no choice. They had to make sure that that child was separated from the Van Zeek's family. Dear Lord. Perhaps this was what Lord Clint was thinking in his final moments. I can trust this Japanese man before me. I carried out Asogi's final wish, but I was ordered to return to Japan before the month was out, and I couldn't simply take an unidentified baby along with me. Aha! You left it with your partner! But... So, after a lot of thought, I decided to entrust her to my best friend. I asked him if he would mind becoming that girl's father.
And that person was Home-san.
Yes. He glanced into my eyes, and without even hesitating said, "All right. That's Home-san for you." In the end, there was only one thing I was able to give that girl, and that was her name. Her name. At the time, I had come to the Great British Empire in order to escape the grief over my wife's death. So I decided to pass on the name of my wife to the girl.
Professor Mikotoba's wife.
So that would mean...
Yes, my mother. Mikotoba Ayame.
Oh! Ayame, translated into English, would be Iris.
Iris-chan. Oh my goodness!
Ow! Naruhodō-sama, what happened? Nothing, just... This charm was inside my back pocket, and it just pinched my bottom really hard. Hey, folks, can you hear me? Is that you, Home-san? Ow! I said we can hear you! This is how it feels to be yanked on casually. Savor that, why don't you?
Home-sama, thank you so much for your help earlier. That final blow was truly amazing.
Oh, great, now I'm getting interrupted. Waiting, waiting! I mean, that's how I feel. I guess if I keep getting interrupted, it'll never end. I'm still waiting. Someone is in the garage and they'll come back through again, so... well, you know what? It's fine. I kind of needed a breather. That was a lot of plot details there. That was a lot to go through. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, I'm back. We're okay. We can do this. We can do this. Where was I? Okay. Yes, I'll say it certainly was, wasn't it? I figured it would be necessary in order to get the little chief magistrate to admit to his crimes.
Naruhodō-kun, Susanoo-chan.
Iris-chan. Oh, did she hear all that?
You did it. I feel so much better now. And the queen even said my herb tea was tasty.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. No one makes tea as fragrant as yours, Iris-chan.
All right, we're gonna do some serious celebrating tonight. You're coming too, Reapy.
I'm afraid that might be out of the question. Oh no, you're coming with us! You're coming with us! The Grim Reaper was so flustered by a 10-year-old girl.
What? That's no fun.
But I promise you this. I will pay you a visit soon in order to express my gratitude.
And Zeke-sama. All right then, it's a promise. See you later, Naruhodō-kun.
Yeah, you really saved us during the trial today, Iris-chan.
We'll come home soon, okay?
Ow! Oh, they gave me one last pinch. Well, I need to be heading back soon. Lord Baroque Van Zeeks, perhaps you could accompany me. All right. Mr. Naruhodō, Allow me to express my gratitude from the depths of my heart. I really owe you one.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks.
What?
What do you plan to do from now on?
Given the circumstances, I have no choice but to leave the prosecutor's office.
Huh?
I will publicize the truth behind the professor's case. And once that's done, there's no way the citizens of London will be able to forgive the Van Zeeks family.
No.
Once I'm free, I intend to leave London at once. Hey, but what about Iris? Hello, excuse me.
I see. Ridiculous.
Is that any way for the man feared as the Grim Reaper to speak? What? These 10 years, you've exposed yourself to the danger of taking on London's darkness. Is it not now that you've absolved of that your true fight begins? I never expected to hear such words from you, of all people. I finally made it to London. I should learn as much while I'm here as possible. Well, let's meet again, Naruhodō Ryūnosuke.
Asogi Kazuma. He seems to have grown a level or two. Kazuma-sama isn't the only one who's grown.
Huh?
Now then, shall we head home now too? I need to help Iris-sama cook for tonight.
Alright. At that time, I found the answer I'd been looking for in my heart. It's the same day, 6:25 p.m., Holmes's room. I'm home! Whoa!
Welcome back. You're late, Naruhodō.
What the heck did you pull that nostalgic old thing out for?
I just figure a time like this called for some celebratory fireworks. But I didn't have any, so I decided to go with some celebratory smoke instead.
There was a peddler on the backside of Fresno Street selling some, you know.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Could you not put in another bullet as you say that? More
importantly, listen to this. It's shocking, I tell you.
Wait, what? Is this Sherlock or is this Susato? No, okay, this is... I was like, this does not sound like Susato line. It says, I'm sorry, it had S-U and not S-H. More importantly, listen to this. It's shocking, I tell you. You probably can't even imagine, you probably can't even imagine. Make good notes about this. Oh, wait, what? I missed the dialogue. You probably can't even imagine. Make good notes about this now. Looks like the world's greatest detective and his partner are swapping stories. Just where do you imagine that terrifying fugitive hid? Get this. He holed up in a trunk that had been left in the ship cabin. Yes, he certainly did. Huh? Somehow you don't look surprised. Well, I was there myself, after all. What? You were? If that was the case, then why didn't you tell me? Well, things between them are a little different than I imagined, though. I guess it's pretty moving, though. Holmes-san, Professor Mikotoba. I'm home. Hey! Sure took your time, didn't you, Mr. Naruhodō? Iris and Mr. Sato went all out and laid out a feast for us. I haven't seen Susato enjoy herself like that in a long time.
Ah! Naruhodō-kun, welcome home! Over here, everyone. Dinner is ready. Ooh, now we're talking. Huh? Gina-sama, what did you just say?
Like I said, I'm thinking about quitting the police and going back to picking pockets.
What? You're quitting? Why, Jeannie?
I mean, the boss is gone now. Besides, no matter how hard I try, there's no way that Grim Reaper will ever accept a pickpocket as a detective.
Aw, you think?
Ah, come to think of it, folks. I got my hands on a little something. That's Detective Gregson's pocket watch. The crown has been fixed. Oh no, they're playing Gregson's theme. I'm sure that watch was proof of the detective to him, and something that he took pride in. These past 10 years, it's carved out his time as a detective without ever taking a break.
But now, it's stopped.
Just as Gregson-san's time as a detective has stopped. This watch just needs someone to wind it in his stead.
Yes, someone who is willing to inherit his detective spirit.
Oh, I'm gonna cry again!
Obviously, there's no one who can do that but me! Gina-sama.
After all, the boss is my boss.
Yes, that's right.
That expression. That's right. I also made a promise to Iris, didn't I? That I'd be a proper detective someday and look for her papa. Huh? Alright then, I'll do it. And one day, I'll definitely catch Iris's papa and drag him over here. This is awkward. I wonder about that. About that, Gina.
I appreciate it if you could just forget about that promise.
Huh? Iris-chan?
I've always thought about my papa. I always wanted to know who I really was. And I ended up causing a lot of trouble for a lot of people because of it. For Holmesy, for Naruhodō-kun, and Professor Mikotoba.
That's not true. I'm the one who...
But I've decided that I don't care anymore, because I finally understand that I have the best papa in the whole world. So I don't care what his name is anymore. Isn't that right, Holmesy?
Yeah, of course, Iris.
Thank you, Holmesy. My papa.
No! God damn it! No! I'm dying too! I'm dying! You know, Mikotoba. What is it, Holmes? I believe I owe you my gratitude. Gratitude? The two of us pursued and solved many mysteries over the course of 6 years. And in the process, I received more words of gratitude than I can count. But The thanks I received just now makes me happier than any of those. And I believe I owe that to you, Holmes. Hearing you say that is like a saving grace to me as well. Alright, well, I think it's time for my violin to make an appearance, don't you?
But food'll get cold. Can I wait until next week, Holmesy?
You really pushed that out there, didn't you, Iris?
I love this family! This family!
Even though we agonize over this difficult case, and we're hurt by hidden truths, there was warmth and happiness awaiting us when we returned to this room. This is the most soothing place in the world, with the world's greatest detective. The same day, 9:37 p.m., Naruhodō's legal consultation office. It was a year ago that we first came to this attic room. A lot's happened during that time. But it seems as though the time has finally come to say goodbye to this room. Naruhodō-kun. Professor Mikotoba. Are you alone? I don't see Susato around. Yes. Susato-san headed off in a carriage after dinner. She said she had something important to take care of. I see. Thank you for earlier. Huh? I meant regarding Miss Iris's father, Lord Clint Van Zeeks. I don't want that girl to know who he was. That was the promise I made Asogi Genshin. Was that Lord Clint Van Zeek's final wish? I had to do a lot of things in order to hide that secret as well as I did. That's why I called Susato back to Japan 6 months ago. Susato-san. When I read Natsume Soseki's report, I thought my heart was going to stop. You all had learned about the centerpiece behind that case. The collar. The crest, and the crest of the Baskervilles engraved on it. The Baskervilles. If you look into that crest, you would eventually connected things to Mrs. Van Zeeks. Additionally, Susato knew about that unpublicized story. The story that Miss Iris wrote based on the notes that I left. You mean the Hound of the Baskervilles? Precisely. A fantastical story about a series of murders using a massive hound as a weapon, and the Baskervilles crest it wore on its collar. You had those two clues, you might have arrived at the truth on your own. That's why I pretended to have collapsed from an illness and summoned Susato back to Japan. I had to prevent you from investigating further. Is that so? In that case, there's something I've been wondering about for a long time, and I'm getting interrupted again.
In any case, there's something I've been wondering about for a long time. Why did Susato-san see that manuscript in Japan? The Hound of the Baskervilles that Iris-chan wrote, I mean.
Holmes sent it to me before Susato departed from Japan. He said he was agonizing over what to do with the story that Miss Iris had written. I read over it and put it in my study, but Susato found it. Ah. That was the only case I didn't leave detailed records about. I was quite surprised by the story Miss Iris had pieced together from my fragmented notes. I talked things over with Holmes, and we decided that the manuscript couldn't be announced. And I sent the manuscript back to Holmes. All to keep Iris-chan from getting close to the truth. Yes, she seems like a very bright girl. However, I changed my mind a little after witnessing the trial today. Huh? Someday in the future, that girl might come to learn the truth. And when that happens, I think she'll be able to accept it. That might be for the best. Professor Mikotoba. Actually, I have something too, that I'd like to talk to you about. Judging from the expression on your face, it seems that you've come to a decision. Yes, I've decided. I'll go home to Japan with you. Are you sure you're alright with that? I originally only came to this country as a Sogi substitute. Now that he's managed to make it here, to the Great British Empire, there's no way that I, the substitute, can stay. I see. Thinking about it last year. There was a series of events that led to me becoming a defense attorney. I was pushed along by Asogi, Susato-san, and Holmes-san. I threw myself into it for a year, but somewhere inside myself, I was still not sure. However, I learned something as I stood in today's trial. I was able to believe in my client and fight for him until the bitter end. And that's when I finally realized that this was the path that I had chosen for myself. And that's the path of a defense attorney. I'll return home to Japan as a defense attorney, and I plan to follow that path for the rest of my life. And that's what you've resolved to do, is it? Yes. I understand. I'm glad to hear you say that. We can begin preparing for your return to Japan tomorrow. We can likely depart in a few days. The International Scientific Investigation Symposium has been cancelled, hasn't it? I'm sure there'll be another opportunity for that someday. Now then, I'll be going. Susato-san. I've just returned.
Did you hear us just now? My conversation with Professor Mikatoba. Yes. I'm very sorry, but I did.
How much of it?
Well, let's see. From around the bit about Iris-sama's father, I suppose.
That was pretty much all of it then.
It seems that you finally made up your mind to return to the great Japanese Empire as a defense attorney.
Sorry for deciding that on my own. I wanted to talk it over with you, but you weren't here.
No, it's alright. I was pretty sure that's what you would choose.
Huh?
This track! No! Oh my god.
Susato-san?
Yes.
It looks like we won't be seeing each other again for a while, huh?
Eh?
Please, stay and help Asogi. Today was his first trial in the London Supreme Court. Even someone as amazing as him would need the help of a legal aid. Your help, Susato-san.
Certainly, Naruhodō-sama.
I can't tell her that I want her to come with me. After all, Susato-san made the crossing to England to study abroad as Asogi's legal aid.
It's gotten late, hasn't it? We ought to rest for tonight. I'm sure you must be tired.
Yes, I am.
Let me say it just once more, Naruhodō-sama. You provided a truly outstanding defense today. I'll never allow anyone to call you a substitute ever again.
Susato-san. Thank you.
Jesus Christ, this game! Make it stop! I can't! Oh!
I had to hold that the whole time! I hope you're all happy! I hope you're all happy! Jesus! Ow! 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 I can't take this! Oh, there's more! Ah! November 7th. I know what's coming, too! 5:24 a.m. at Dover Harbor Pier. The day has come at last.
You're really leaving, aren't you, Naruhodo-kun?
Yeah. Thanks for everything you've done for me. Your cooking and tea were really delicious.
Oh. Make sure you come visit us again, okay?
Well, come visit me in Japan! Yeah, I promise. Oh no, the partners! It certainly was a brief reunion, wasn't it? But I was able to work a case with you for the first time in 10 years. It felt like I'd gone back to those days, albeit for a short time. Yeah, me too. Well, I mean, it's not bad, is it? Getting to do things like that once in a while.
Well, I'm gonna go say goodbye to Professor Mikatoba too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sato-san.
Susato-san. Oh no, this is voiced!
お荷物はすべて船室に運び込みました。
I carried all your luggage to your cabin.
旅立ちにふさわしい素晴らしい朝でございますね。
It's a lovely morning to set off, isn't it?
佐藤さん、今まで本当にお世話になりました。
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me, Susato-san.
アソギによろしく伝えてくれますか？
Can you give my regards to Asogi for me?
それはご自分の口からお伝えする方が良いかと存じます。
I think it might be better if you told him yourself.
なるほど。
アソギ、どうして？
What are you...
Oh, that laugh. That laugh. Oh, bless that laugh. Bless that laugh! Oh! Oh! Oh, that... Okay, sorry.
親友の旅立ちだ。見送らぬわけがないだろう。
My best friend is leaving. Of course I was going to see you off.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
女王陛下の国でお前と大暴れするのを楽しみにしていたけど。
I was looking forward to raising a little hell with you here in Her Majesty's country, but...
どうやらそいつはまたの機会だな。
Yeah, looks like we'll have to wait until next time for that.
貴様と再び法廷で向き合う日を楽しみにしている。
I look forward to the day when I'm able to face you in court again.
あ、でも弁護士同士じゃ向き合うのは無理じゃないかな。
Yeah, but I don't think we'll be able to face off again since we're both defense attorneys.
俺は検事になる。
I'm going to be a prosecutor.
しばらくはバンジークス教の下で勉強する。そして
I'll be studying under Lord Van Zeeks for a while, and
いずれは死神に被験する検事になってやるさ。
someday I'll be a prosecutor who can call himself equals with the Grim Reaper.
そうか。
I see.
なるほど。一つ頼みがあるのだが。
I have a request, Naruhodō.
なんだ？
What's that?
今しばらくこいつを持っていてくれないか。
Could you hold on to this for me for a while?
カルマ、どうして？
Karma? But why?
俺は見てしまった。
I saw it.
あの日、俺の中に住む魔物の姿を。
I saw the demonic figure lurking inside of me that day.
あの刑事と対峙した最後の時、瞬きにも満たぬほんの刹那。
I need to frickin' mute the music in this game because it's killing me! For the briefest moment, shorter than a blink of an eye, in the last moment when I was confronting that detective,
俺はあの刑事に対して確かに殺意を抱いていた。
I held murderous intent towards that detective.
人の心に救う魔物、そいつは俺の中にもいたのだ。
There are demons capable of taking hold of a person's heart, and there was one of them in me.
俺はその事実を永遠にこの胸に刻む。そして
I will ensure that I never forget the presence of that demon. And
その魔物に見入られた者たちとこれから対峙していくつもりだ。
I plan to face those who saw it inside of me.
検事として
As a prosecutor,
それが
is that
お前の覚悟ということか。
is that what you've resolved to do?
俺が自らの中に住む魔物を切り伏せるその日まで。
Until the day that I can cut down the demon that lurks within me.
これは貴様に託す。受け取ってくれ。
I leave this in your care. Please accept it.
わかった。確かに預かっておく。
Yeah, I get it. I'll hold on to it for you.
それではその日まで僕は僕の道を行くよ。
In that case, I'll walk along my own path until we meet again.
なるほど様。これからなるほど様が進まれてゆくその道。
Regarding the path you intend to walk,
私がお供してはお邪魔でございましょうか。
might I be permitted to accompany you along it?
それは僕だって一緒に来てほしいです。
Actually, I really wanted you to come with me.
でも佐藤さんは
But you...
思った通りだな。
Looks like I was right.
葬儀。
本当に変わらない。お前らしいことだな。なるほど。
Honestly, you never change. This is just like you, Naruhodō.
思った通りってまさか知ってたのか。
Looks like I was right. No, wait! You knew?
あの日、バンジークス教の裁判が終わった夕刻。
The evening that Lord Van Zeek's trial ended,
彼女は一人で検事局を訪ねてきたのだ。
she came to visit the prosecutor's office by herself.
御言葉教授と話したあの日。
What? The day I had the talk with Professor Mikotoba?
なるほどと共に日本へ。
Back to Japan with Naruhodō.
はい。
Yes,
勝手なことを言って申し訳ございません。
I apologize for being so selfish.
それを言うためにわざわざ。義理がたいことだな。
And you came all the way here just to say that. That's very formal of you.
それで、あいつはなんと。
And what did he say about this?
あの方は何もおっしゃりません。
He hasn't said anything.
もしかしたらご迷惑なのかも。
Perhaps he'll be troubled by my presence.
あいつも義理がたい男だ。言えるはずがないだろう。
He's got a strong sense of duty too. There's no way he could bring himself to tell you.
あいつのそばにいてやってほしい。これは俺からの頼みだ。
I want you to be with him. Consider this a request from me.
はい。
All right.
佐藤さん。
いかがでしょうか。なるほど様。
What do you think, Naruhodō-sama?
佐藤さんが隣にいればどんな法廷でも怖くありません。
With you by my side, I'll be able to face any trial without fear.
これからも僕と一緒に戦ってくれますか。
Will you continue fighting alongside me?
ふつつか者ではございますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
I may be incompetent, but I look forward to continuing to work with you.
僕の方こそふつつかっぷりでは負けませんよ。
That's my line. I'm the one who's incompetent here.
どうかされましたか。
Is something wrong?
でも佐藤さんの荷物はもう出港の時間です。
But what about your luggage? It's already time for the ship to leave.
それならば心配ございません。
There's no need to worry about that.
スサタの荷物はすでに船に積み込んでございますので。
All my luggage has already been loaded onto the ship.
さすが優秀な法務助手だな。
I'd expect nothing less from an excellent legal aid like you.
なるほどくん、そろそろ出港の時間なの。
It's almost time for the ship to leave.
それでは行くがいい。達者でな。なるほど。
You better get going. Take care, Naruhodō.
アソギ剣を抜け。
Asogi, draw your sword. That smile of his!
"いつか僕たちの道が再び交差するとき、お前とことの
Oh
葉
no, this is
ことになるだろう。その時を待っている弁護士として。
I cannot do this
その
fast
言葉
enough.
を聞きたかった。相棒。
Oh my god, this scene! Why? This game is too
ま
much!
た会おう、アソギ。
That was all the lines for that scene. He drew karma! Aibo! Ay, ay. In that case, let's meet again, Asogi.
ああ、必ずな。なるほど。
Yeah, for sure, Naruhodō.
ホームズさん、本当にお世話になりました。
Holmes-san, thank you for everything you did for me.
ああ、本当にね。お世話をしたものだよ、君。
Yeah, I'll say, you were quite the handful.
このご恩は一生忘れません。
I'll never forget how grateful I am right now.
忘れられてたまるか。ぜひ思い出してほしいものだな。
As if I let you, I'm keen to have you remember.
今度僕が君たちの国にお邪魔した時にね。
When I come to visit your country next time. What?
実はこいつは意外に知られていない事実なのだが、
Actually, this is a rather little known fact, but
この地球はね、思ったよりも狭いのだよ。
this world is a lot smaller than you think.
いつかぜひ日本に来てください。
Please, come and visit us in Japan someday.
その時はもう全力で歓迎いたしますとも。
When you do, we'll welcome you with all our might.
それなら私も行くの。
In that case, I'm coming too.
そうと決まったらしばしのお別れだね、諸君。
Now that that's settled, I believe it's time for us to part, folks. One second before this happens. I need to redo this entire scene again, but put Naruhodō in his DLC outfit. I need that sword scene with his DLC outfit, okay? Trying to find something here for a second. Okay. I think this is another automatic thing, so
僕の物語はおしまいだ。
yes.
不思議な運命で 地球の裏側まで旅をした僕は一生をかけて旅を続ける僕だけの道を見つけた。この長い旅のどこかできっとまた彼らに出会う日が来る。その時僕は懐かしいあの声を聞くはずだ。
さあゲームの始まりだ。
東より訪れた友を乗せ
Oh no, more translate!
水平線
This is
の
going
向
too
こうへ
fast.
遠ざかっていく。だがホームズの顔は明るかった。時代が流れても友情は変わらないよ、ワトソン。彼らに会いたくなったらそっと目を閉じればいいのさ。
私はそっと目を閉じる。その時私は懐かしいあの声を聞くはずだ。
異議あり。
We're not done! I still gotta read.
なるほどくん。
Until we meet again, Naruhodō-kun.
Oh! 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 Is this voiced or do I have to read the lines now? For some reason, I was flooded with inquiries about the image relaying apparatus after that trial. I'm not an electronics shop, you know? Besides, wasn't that trial supposed to be top secret? And so, I think I'll be taking a little holiday. I feel like going somewhere far away. The Great Japanese Empire sounds nice. It's free if you stuff yourself into a closet, after all. I can't breathe.
I wrote Holmesy a letter the other day. It said, "Thanks for everything, Papa." Holmesy started crying. I gave him a present with it, a type of medicine that would turn his hair bright red safely. But he said, "I'll pass on that, thanks. I worked so hard making it, too."
Back when I was known as the Grim Reaper, I felt as though you were still with me. I became temporarily unable to bear the weight of that name and distanced myself from the Supreme Court at one point. The fact that this prosecutor's badge you left me as a source of pride for me hasn't changed. But now that darkness has banished you, you are no more. Sorry, I have to read fast. I'll try to move forward, just as my foreign friend said.
The boss left me a letter. I can read it like a pro now, after all. I learned a lot from it. The boss was really looking out for me. Assistant Inspector Toby and I will be protecting London's peace from now on, so rest at ease. I wish I could have thanked him, even once.
Dina, I'm not as upstanding a man as you think I am. I know you were a pickpocket, but the one who saved me by being able to see someone living proper life was me. Excuse me. Oh, that sentence is off. This next job will be my last. Once it's over, I'll be saying farewell to the Imperial City. After all, I have to show you how to carry on my detective spirit. I need to send you that sentence sometime, Ikari, because that one was a little weird.
infiltrated the Minister of Foreign Affairs office.
Objection!
You think I'll admit to that?
Wait, I don't know who's talking. The minister was arrested in English for starters. Why are you covered in cats? Also, there's no women allowed in the court.
What are you talking about? Susanoo-chan is off making a name of herself in foreign court right at this moment, I'll have you know.
Perhaps I should have gone with a normal defense attorney. Sorry, that went fast. I will figure out how to do these. Oh, I missed. Okay, that was Soseki. Okay.
Hey, Mama. I heard that the Japanese fillet dead bodies into 3 pieces. Is that true?
Yes, it is. The type of body in question is a fish's, though.
I'd like to try filleting a body into 3 pieces myself. You don't mind, do you, Mama?
Don't you dare. As you can clearly see, Mama's not dead yet.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Fool. I was invited by an old friend and came to visit the Great British Empire. I got a letter saying he showed me around the Imperial City once he finished his work. But I got carried away, and if I stay in a hotel like this, I'll be out of money in no time. Oh, hurry up and finish your work, Baroque. I wished I could teleport away. When I took the note of that serial killer, I realized what had happened in that cemetery. But even I were called to the witness stand. I couldn't breathe a word about it. That was my deal with the chief magistrate. I'd do anything to get the mode for the real thing. That's Rousseau's family creed. I love her. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful witch. Folks call me Gossip. I sell amusing topics to gentlemen I meet along the roadside. Folks call me the Glutz. I sell a spaghetti redder than my own hair. Folks call me... No, never mind. This doesn't suit me. Oh my, Everett. How quickly you managed to make friends, even in a place like this. I thought that once I get out of here, I'd try to strike it rich with these two. When my study abroad was decided, I had no opportunity to decide which path I should take. I wanted you to see me through it, no matter what my fate ended up being. If I had been in the defendant's seat and you had been defending me. But now, thanks to you, I have a new path before me. Let's meet in court again someday, my friend. I'm entrusting you with karma until that day.
I made some tea, Naruhodō-sama. Why don't you have a rest? You'll be quite busy when we return home to Japan, opening your new office. So happy. After all, now you've managed to become a great defense attorney, worthy of the recognition of the great detective.
That's it on the script! That's it!
watching it! Oh no! I'm so... I can't... It's over! It's already over! The Daramu eye was painted, it was basically when Susato saw him to be like a qualified defense attorney, she should paint it, basically. Oh. I'm so upset right now. This is the end of the story, guys. Yeah, there is a DLC, but the translation's not done for them yet, so I'm not gonna be streaming it anytime soon. That's okay, that's okay. I need to calm down and just lie in a pillow. Wagahi is walking with them! Oh no! I enjoyed the French and the Italian partnership there. Oh, Sherlock! He left to be with his partner! Thank you for watching and enjoying this with me. Oh my goodness, look at them! Look at them! The original legendary partners! Oh, that's so cute! Oh, this ends with a Sogi. Of course. Oh. The end credits of DGS 1 started with a Sogi in Naruhodō. And now we're gonna end it with Naruhodō and a Sogi in DGS 2. I can't. Oh my god! Oh, my children! Are you kidding me? That's confirmed for like ages ago. They are so gay for each other. Oh. Okay, like, I spent the last half of that putting in translations for you guys into the chat, so I didn't get to enjoy the entire cutscene. I'm gonna go back and watch it again as soon as I figure out how to get back to it.